Hey guys, so Dad and I were talking. We've got like something like 10 minutes of overhead squat progressions tomorrow. And what is
as a skill.
as a skill. And what Dad was saying was in the workout, we're toes to bar. And a lot of these new folks, especially that 5 a.m. crew, what he's going to be dealing with. And a lot of you guys, if you've got anyone who's, unless they came in with CrossFit experience, they probably need help with stringing high knee raises. So again, this is not anything I don't teach in ramp up, but the problem is if they're still trying to just get their feet off the floor for a hanging knee raise, I don't bother to try to push them towards beat swings on a high knee raise. Okay. So what Dad's saying is some of these folks are progressing and now they need to learn again how to do beat swings and to incorporate them in the high knee raises. So, Dad was suggesting we spend 10 minutes doing that. So what I'm suggesting is that, okay, this is what you're going to do. So we'll rewrite the board or the paper, Hannah. We need to do that or change it even in Zen Planner. But maybe just 10, you could in Zen Planner just say 10 minutes of beat swing progression. Yeah, beat swing progression. So what we're going to do is first, actually, after the warm-up for your shoulder mobility, we're going to have everybody get on the floor on their foam roller, elbows out, at an angle, laying back.
They can't see you. Do it again.
So you're laying on your PVC with your elbows at a 45 and hold that. Get everybody in that position and make them stay there for 3 full minutes, okay? So what we're trying to do is thoracic spine mobility, right? So that they be able to get into an arch position on the bar. So that's going to be your mobility stretch thing before. Then we're going to talk about shape. So I would say, let's Hannah maybe make something on the board. I was telling Dad, if you can add the bar in there, this is like a lightning bolt aha when they actually see somebody who's pushing their body behind the bar this way for their hollow and in front of the bar this way for their arch, right? That's one thing that we want to cue and talk about. So I would get them on the floor, hollow arch, maintaining tight body position. Can they think long? Point their toes. I would actually even have them. We were talking about this. Even if you're not strong enough to get into a hollow on the floor with your feet down, can you just keep your toes pointed, lay on the floor and arch your head up, right? And then maintain tight. So can we go for this, right? And then I would probably have them do the rollover to Superman. So, hollow Superman rolling back and forth. But I would come and just grab their feet. Are your feet pointed? Grab them, right? Shake, 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 shake them. Are they maintaining it tight? Because what's the point of getting up on the rig if you can't even get this on, if that's not clicking for them on the floor? So you got to have that click for the floor. Then you can get them up on the bar. So I would have everyone get in the spot and explain to them, okay, when I give you the count, you're going to jump up on the bar and we're going to get into this hollow hold position, and we're going to hold it for 5 seconds. Make it short, 5, right? And go. They get up on the bar. Once everybody's set, hold that. Tuck pelvis, 5, 4, right? And then really work through these and try to get them. We were trying to figure out, can you make this shape and hold it? I'm not sure you can. But even this, right, will work on the bar. I think that at some point you want them to understand that it's a small movement in the front and back of the bar of your feet, tiny beat swings, right? You could then start to cue thigh and shoulder blades, right? So I put one hand on their thigh, one hand on the shoulder blades. Well, go this way because imagine the person's hanging there. I'm going to push and pull, right? You're going to cue this way for a small beat swing. And then at some point, what you want them to understand is that we're talking about how to get your high knee raises. And so what I want, but guys, listen, don't spend the whole time you demoing and talking.
They need to be on the
They
bar.
need to do it. So talk about the floor, get them on the floor, right? Talk about the bar, get them on the bar. Talk about, the pointing back, have them do that. right? You see what I'm saying? Don't just like give a lecture. That's boring and you'll lose everyone. They need to feel it. So what you can also do is maybe doodle this on the board, Hannah, this idea you're hanging knee in this is again, help them understand hollow, arch. And when you're arch, you want to point your toes and point them back into a bucket. This is all stuff I do talk about on Ramp Up. But again, if you are too big or too whatever to even get your feet up off the floor, I don't bother to go into this in much detail. But say I had a Ramp Up yesterday with Miranda. I had Miranda doing this. She can do it. And so she was already kipping her hanging knee raises. But if I don't have anybody in the class that can do that, I don't bother. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we need this. So anyway, I like it. I think it's a great idea. I think this is much more practical and usable for where our athletes are right now than overhead squat positioning. Okay. Plus, right, if this is going to help with their overhead squat too, because a lot of folks are tight in their T-spine. So let's do this instead.